its support for President Nicolás Maduro after the United States doubled its bounty on him to $50 million over federal drug trafficking charges. Assembly Speaker Jorge Rodriguez denounced the move as an absurd and desperate action by the U.S. Prosecutor's Office, calling it illegal, baseless, and a deranged attempt at aggression against Maduro and the Venezuelan people. He accused Washington of trying to encourage extremist groups to return to violence, saying such efforts have been and will continue to be defeated by the government and its supporters. Rodriguez stressed that the legitimately elected parliament stands firmly behind Maduro and is committed to defending what he called the sacred homeland. Let's see what Jorge Rodriguez, National Assembly Speaker, had to say.
Rechazamos las absurdas y desesperadas acciones anunciadas por la Fiscalía de Estados Unidos de América, a todas luces ilegales y sin ningún tipo de asidero real más allá del intento de agresión delirante contra el presidente constitucional de la República Bolivariana de Venezuela, Nicolás Maduro Moros, y contra nuestro pueblo rebelde y valiente. Estas operaciones no buscan otro propósito que nuevamente alentar a los grupos extremistas en el país y la región para que retomen la violencia, que ha sido derrotada y será derrotada y seguirá siendo derrotada en toda la línea por nuestro gobierno y nuestro pueblo. Este Parlamento, legítimamente electo y plural, respalda al presidente constitucional y le expresa nuestra convicción absoluta de acompañarlo en la defensa de nuestra patria sagrada.
Now we go back to our guest discussion with Scott Faulkner. He's the head of Eagle Enterprises, a security firm. Thank you, Scott, for staying with us. Now, for this news, can you give us a context about a little bit about why is this President Maduro being put on bounty like this?
Again, I mean, Maduro is probably the worst actor and leader in Latin America right now. I mean, he stole the last election. He's an oppressive dictator. People are fleeing his country. He's destroyed his country, which is saying something given how much his predecessor destroyed the country. So that being said, he's done things outside of the country. He is, the United States under Trump's first term declared him a narco terrorist, basically, because there have been massive drug busts and interceptions that are traced back not just to Venezuela, but to Maduro himself. And even one of Maduro's top people in the intelligence world, was basically arrested a number of years ago in Europe and pled guilty. And so a lot of roads and evidence points back to Maduro not just being a terrible person to his own country, but exporting horrible drugs that kill people to the region. And so I think what the United States is trying to do is, number one, try to draw attention to that and hopefully get more world criticism of Maduro. But secondly, I think there's still hope that there are people in Venezuela that would like to see a different government. And if you keep increasing the reward money, basically, that might inspire more people to step forward and oppose his government. Now, the parliament, again, is, yes, it's elected, but so is Maduro elected. So, it's just like the old Politburo in the Soviet Union. Just because another part of the ruling oligarchy is supporting the other part of the ruling oligarchy doesn't necessarily mean much.
And building on your answer, do you think this move further isolates Venezuela internationally or reinforce internal consolidation of power?
Well, again, certainly further drawing attention to not just that he's being horrible to his own people, but exporting deadly drugs to the region is going to further definitely isolate him in the international community. And hopefully, again, that at some point, I think the issue is trying to inspire opposition within Venezuela to topple him in some way, shape, or manner. Hopefully, more peacefully than violently. But Maduro is pretty well consolidated in his power from his many years in office. So I don't think that drawing attention to how much America doesn't like Maduro and how much America would like to have him arrested is going to enhance his reputation to his people or help him leverage any additional power internally, but hopefully it will help isolate and maybe mobilize other forces against him externally.
Thank you very much, Scott, for sharing that insight. Please stay with us as we come back to you for our next discussion.